Hey everyone, it's Casey Jenkins, owner of 828 Consulting, and today let's talk about a 5-step roadmap to developing or improving your processes within your organization. So as a startup or early stage company, you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, we don't need processes because we're not big enough for that. Or we don't need processes because then we can't be as flexible. But I can say with experience of working with startups and early stage companies, you definitely need defined processes, and they don't have to be perfect at first, but you definitely need that as a baseline to be able to build from and scale effectively. So here is a 5-step roadmap to be able to actually get your head around how do we develop processes within our org, or how do we actually take steps for improvement within one or multiple processes. So first you want to identify your current state. So where is your business right now? You want to be realistic here about your capabilities and knowledges, because trying to actually improve from an unrealistic starting point can create more problems than it solves. And then secondly, you want to identify your future state. So where do you want to be as an organization? That future state can be a year, 3 years, 5 years. Regardless of the timeline that you're looking at, you want to make sure that you have a realistic perspective of where you're looking to go, because your process goals need to align with your overall business direction. Third, you want to identify those key processes. So which processes actually drive your business, and then how do they connect to one another? Understanding that interconnectivity is going to be key before you start trying to change anything. Fourth, you'll want to build your roadmap and action plan. So map out exactly how you get from your current state to your future state, and that should include timelines, any training requirements, tech implementations, and then how you'll actually monitor the progress. And then fifth comes that execution stage where you actually implement and monitor. Once implementation hits, that is not the end of it. You have to monitor to make sure that the change sticks. So you'll want to execute, but then watch it closely. Now, adjustments in these times are normal. And if you hit a roadblock after you're launching or implementing a new process, that doesn't mean that that process failed. It just means that you're adapting to things happening in real time. But the biggest and probably most important thing here is being realistic. Because in a startup, time, cost, performance, they're all connected. And unrealistic expectations can actually lead to very expensive mistakes. And then more problems get created than solved when you overestimate where you are. So you want to start honest, grow smart, and scale effectively. Once again, I'm Casey Jenkins, owner of 828 Consulting. And if you are a startup or early stage company with gaps, inefficiencies, or problem areas within your processes, reach out today and let's chat, and we'll take your company to the summit.